Explain two advantages of cache memory in computers. And this question is testing on the computer memories. So it is good to recheck on all the computer memories, whereby we normally have the secondary memories. Secondary memories are things like the hard disk and the flash disks and the memory cards. And we have now what we call the primary memory, or the main memory, which consists of the RAM and the ROMs. So then we have what we call the special purpose memories. Special purpose memories are things like registers and what we call now the cache memory, and others we call them buffers. So cache is a special purpose memory which is used in the computer, and these special purpose memories were implemented to complement the functionality of the main memory, which is the RAM, because the RAM is normally slow. So for example, the cache memory was implemented in order to improve the performance of the CPU or of the system by complementing on the speed of the RAM. What we say is the CPU takes less time to take data from cache than it takes to get the data from RAM, and in that case the computer becomes faster when using the cache memory. So the advantages of this cache memory, number one is increased speed, whereby the cache memory serves as a buffer between CPU, which is the central processing unit, and the slower main memory RAM. So what I have just said, it will take the CPU shorter time to get data for processing from cache memory than it takes from RAM, and in that case the performance is improved. So increased speed is the first one. So the whole of this explanation talks of the cache memory, how it does to improve the speed of the CPU. Then the second advantage is lower memory latency, whereby the memory in this case now the memory latency refers to the time it takes to retrieve data from the memory subsystem. Cache memory is designed with lower latency compared to main memory. So the time it will take to retrieve data from memory subsystem for cache memory is shorter than for the main memory. Then another one is better CPU utilization. So in this point, it is good to know that the CPU is a very high speed device. Is a very high speed device or part of the computer, because normally we know it is the processor or the brain of the computer. So the CPU works at very high speeds, and this high speed cannot be tolerated when we use the RAM only, because the RAM is slow. So we use the cache, which is much faster, in order to make better utilization of the speed of the CPU. And that is what the explanation in this point talks about. So you can check all the rest of the explanation. Then we go to the next point, which is reduced power consumption, whereby the cache memory can contribute to energy efficiency and reduced consumption in computer systems. Since accessing data from cache consumes less power compared to accessing data from main memory, the CPU can spend more time in low power states when data is readily available in the cache. So the cache consumes less power when data is being fetched from it. The other one is the bridging the memory speed gap. So modern CPUs operate at incredibly high speeds, while main memory typically lags behind in terms of access speed. So the cache memory acts as a bridge between these two components, mitigating the speed gap. Mitigation is reducing or minimizing. So those are the advantages of cache memory, which is a kind of a special type of memory that is used in the computer, apart from the others where we have the registers and the cache memories. So at your own time, you can also look at the hierarchy of memories. The hierarchy of memories to know how the memories are ranked in terms of their speed and also their size, etc.